breaking world news. BBC World News, I'm Regina Ahmed, our top stories. The UN meets to discuss the fate of Syria's last rebel stronghold. Meanwhile, around Idlib, Syrian troops are preparing to attack. We'll have a report from inside Libya, where there's a fragile ceasefire after the latest bout of violence.
The shrapnel blew right up, and you can see what it's done to this wall here, pock marks everywhere. There's a lot of grief and anger that 7 years after the overthrow of Colonel Gaddafi, fighting is still going on here.
Also in the programme, Brazil's election contest is hit by an attempted murder. The front-runner for president will spend at least a week in hospital after being stabbed in the stomach while campaigning. British Airways customers are hit by fraudsters after their credit card details get hacked.
Hello, good evening, and just say hello to me. You can type in the chat section. Can you hear me? Please type it there. Can you hear me? Здравствуйте. Мы здесь занимаемся только разговором. Скажите, пожалуйста, вы меня слышите? Если вы меня слышите, дайте какой-нибудь знак. Есть окошечко для чата. Там напишите, пожалуйста. Вы меня слышите? Это разговорный урок. Мы здесь только разговариваем. Если вы меня слышите, дайте, пожалуйста, знак. Напечатайте в окошке. Вы меня слышите? Это урок разговорного английского языка. Мы здесь только разговариваем. Пожалуйста, ответьте на первый вопрос. Вы меня слышите? Если вы меня слышите, дайте мне знать каким-то образом, что вы меня слышите. Напечатайте, пожалуйста, в окошке чата, что вы меня слышите или что вы меня не слышите. Good evening. It's so good to see you here. Just please tell me, can you hear me? Hey, Victoria. Please write down in the chat section if you can hear me or not. This is a conversational English practice. Виктория, это урок разговорного английского. Мы здесь только говорим. Пожалуйста, ответьте на первый вопрос. Вы меня слышите? Если да, напечатайте, пожалуйста, в чате, что вы меня слышите. Okay, very good. So, do you speak English? Do you speak English? Вы говорите по-английски? Здравствуйте, Аделина. Здравствуйте, Аделина. Я вижу, что вы ответили, что вы слышите. Второй вопрос. Do you speak English? Пожалуйста, ответьте на первый вопрос, слышите ли вы меня? Просто напишите да или нет. И второй вопрос. Do you speak English? Это разговорный английский. Мы здесь только говорим, больше ничего не делаем, только разговариваем. Это тренировка вашего разговора на английском. So, please answer. Can you hear me? And do you speak English? Excellent. Карина, that's very good. Fantastic. Второе, что нам нужно теперь, чтобы говорить, нужно как-то соединиться с вашим микрофоном. Это либо, чтобы у вас был Skype, либо WhatsApp. Пожалуйста, давайте как-нибудь выберем. Что вы выберете, Skype или WhatsApp? Мы здесь только говорим, больше ничего не делаем. Нужен ваш микрофон, чтобы вы заговорили со мной вместе. Говорим по-английски. So this is a conversational English practice. If you want to practice talking in English, so please give me a Skype name or your WhatsApp number, and I will call you and we will start talking. Please. Карина, у вас есть Skype? Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm waiting. Я жду. Пожалуйста. Здравствуйте. Алена, у нас разговор на английский. Первый вопрос. Вы меня слышите? Okay. Karina, I got it. Okay. Hello? Hello? I cannot hear. Yes, I cannot hear you.
I'm glad to hear you, Vladimir.
Say it again.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear you.
Very good, excellent. Well, I wouldn't say that the sound of your voice I can hear really well. You don't need to turn off the video. You don't need to turn on the video. Please turn off the video. The connection is very poor. Пожалуйста, выключите видео. Соединение очень слабое. Very good, thank you. So, Karina, where are you from? Sorry? Kaliningrad?
Kaliningrad.
Okay, excellent, good. And how much English do you know? Huh?
I'm an English tutor, Vladimir. I wrote about it today.
Today?
Yes.
Okay. Very, very interesting. All right. So, you know that this is the class for the preparation for any kinds of exams. So we can talk about the speaking part of IELTS or FC or ЕГЭ, whatever you want to. So what do you want to talk about?
There's some kind of trouble in your voice.
If you put on.
What's wrong with my computer? But I hear you fine.
If you put on your earphones, then everything will be fine.
I see. But the problem is I don't have any.
But then you will hear the sound from the speakers.
I see. Okay, maybe next time I'll get.
Well, that's up to you if you want to. That's what is comfortable for you.
I'll try to hear for next time. Okay, Vladimir, next Friday maybe.
Yeah, please do. If you
listen to you properly.
Okay, very good, excellent.
Today is the time of trial connection too. I just wanted to make a picture with you.
You wanted to do what?
Acquainted.
Okay, yeah, very nice. So my name is Vladimir, and right now I'm from the city of Vladikavkaz, which is in the south of Russia.
Okay, next time I'll get the earphones, okay?
Yeah,
and,
sure.
The problem is after 15 minutes later, I'm going to have another lesson. For an hour and a half.
Okay, I understand.
I beg your pardon for being interrupted.
That's not interrupting, absolutely. You see, I have only two visitors today. That happens not very often, but it can be. That's all right. So I enjoy talking with you. And if I may ask, what kind of students do you have? Do you get students prepared for the English exam? Uh-huh.
And this one is 9 years, 9 former. We are getting to give for objects.
Uh-huh. So what do you think of the Russian national exam?
I think it's good.
And why is that? May I ask you?
Actually, it's that with we are on different wavelengths with the logic of that exam.
Uh-huh.
Exam is me, my logic. It's quite different from that. Because I can't understand how some people, my people, just to see it properly for you. I don't like that. No logic, no speaking, the way we want, no creativity at all. That can be shown.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. I agree. So that is why I have these type of classes. Yeah, I will just say hello to other people who are joining us. Здравствуйте, комбат. Вы можете к нам присоединиться. Мы здесь только говорим. Для этого было бы хорошо или ваш скайп, или WhatsApp. Если вы меня слышите, напишите, как вы можете к нам присоединиться. So, okay, she just disappeared. That is why I have these classes, because I'm trying my best to help students get prepared with the speaking part. But not many of them they like it. Sometimes they come around 20 people might be, but sometimes it's just 1 or 2 students. It happens.
Anyway, you like your work, your job, whatever you call it, right?
Yes, sure. Because I work not only as a teacher, I also work as an oral translator, as an interpreter for an American company, and as a written translator. But still, everything which I learned from the Americans, from what I learned from the foreigners, from the native speakers, I try to tell, to pass on to my students. Because you understand that this is very useful, this is very helpful for them.
Right. And you appreciate yourself, I'm sure.
Excuse me?
And I'm sure that each of them appreciate your help.
Yeah, sure, of course. When they come, they usually like it, because, as I said, I try to do my best. And I have the special, special things to do during the class with them, which they like mostly, but most of the time they do not think that the class will be interesting, because we have so many webinars right now on the internet where people just come and it's boring, or no new information and so on. So that is why they don't want to attend a lot of webinars right now. And another problem is that students do not have Skype. Maybe you know about that they have WhatsApp, and on WhatsApp you do not have the conference call. So that means that I can talk only with one person during the class through WhatsApp. But Skype, you can make a conference call and talk with many people at the same time. So that's, yeah.
Yes, I completely agree with you, Vladimir.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Vladimir, I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
I'm afraid my lesson is going to start now.
Yes, please.
I have to say goodbye to you and all students today.
Yeah.
I hope to see you and our father next week, next Friday.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Don't mind.
The same time, it will be 7 p.m. Moscow time.
Thank you very much for
Yeah, you're very welcome. Please come, and I will enjoy the conversation with you. And if you have some specific questions, I mean about the speaking part of the exams, let's talk about that. Whatever you want to talk about.
Thanks very much.
It's been my pleasure.
Nice to meet you. Goodbye.
Nice to meet you. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Yes. Have a good evening also. Bye. Виктория. Добрый вечер. Виктория. Здесь мы говорим по-английски. Вы меня слышите? Дайте знак какой-нибудь в чате. Напишите что-нибудь. Вы меня слышите? Это урок разговорного английского. Разговорной практики только. Мы только говорим здесь. Пожалуйста, напишите в чате. Okay. What is here? Окей. Там чат есть. Виктория.
It'll then be collected by ship and taken away to be recycled. No one can be sure if this huge system will work. And some experts worry it could harm marine life.
The major problem is those creatures that passively float in the ocean, they can't actually move out of the way. They're going to be, once they're in the way, they're going to be trapped there and unable to move. And for example, plankton is just it's the bottom of the food chain, so we really don't want to be taking that out of our oceans.
That's clearly from the teeth of a fish. I mean, there's no other explanation. One of the scientists on the cleanup project says because the plastic is being eaten by fish, it's entering the food chain, so it should be removed. It's been there for years.
We find plastic from the 70s, from the 80s, from the 90s in the ocean, and then we also find languages on those bits of plastics.
In the North Pacific, a lot of Chinese, Japanese, English, and we try to find where the things may have come from. The plan is to start with one collection device and eventually deploy 60 of them. But all the time, more plastic is pouring down rivers into the ocean. So on its own, the clean-up operation will never be enough. David Truckman, BBC News.
Attempt to deal with the scourge of plastic there. Now, just to remind you of our top story, we're covering that imminent offensive in Idlib, and the UN is meeting to try and avoid a humanitarian crisis. But if you want more on that, do go to our website where Barbara Usher has written a piece on how Idlib may be changing Donald Trump's strategy. And of course, there is much more on Twitter, but you'll find me as well at Brendan Allen BBC. Hello there. Time to take a look at the forecast then for South Asia, where it's a slow improvement in the story as the monsoon rates
continue to push their way steadily north and west. You can see quite beautifully on that satellite picture. Great illustration as the range continues to move its way across the Uttar Pradesh, and maybe over the next day or so we'll see some heavier rain in Punjab as well. It is a slow improvement. There'll be a scattering of showers perhaps into Bangladesh and through the Himalayas, but further south it's fine and it's dry with just a few scattered showers across that west coast to the south of Mumbai. Now north of that things remain pretty quiet as well. Still a little bit of fair weather cloud into Kazakhstan, and that will have an effect on the temperature, but generally across the whole of the stan it looks as though it's largely fine and settled, with temperatures still likely to peak into the high 30s in places. Now further southward there will be a few scattered showers, but as I say it's an improving picture. We see Sri Lanka as well, a dry, settled story, a few showers along that east coast, but generally speaking the heaviest of the rains I've already said, northeast for today. So there are signs of an improving picture. Many of our cities see a good deal of dry weather over the next few days, with those temperatures pleasant enough, mostly into the low 30s. Hashtag will see blue sky and sunshine for the next 5 days, and again, temperatures high 20s. The thing that gives the cigar the most distinctive sound are these small strings, the thinner strings that run underneath the main strings. You can see all these pegs here, and if you can see, there's two bridges. So the larger main string that we play on are on this larger bridge here. Then there's a tiny little bridge underneath, and that's where the sympathetic resonating strings run. And you play them with a little finger, just literally like that. And it's cigar sounds that everyone goes, how do you do that thing? And it's like just my little finger. So one of the other things about the cigar are the frets. They're curved to give us space to bend on the string. So anything that you play kind of on the frets, you can play in a much more kind of vocal style. I know what we mean. We actually want the violin to do double of me. I have been asked to write for films before, but not at times where I was looking to do it. And this came right at the moment that I was looking to do it, and was also a project that I felt like I had something to give to, because it's a period film from India where I felt like my skill set as a sitar player who knew classical music could apply well. And so it felt like everything kind of came together in a way that I was really excited to say yes.
In business, timing is everything. Our day starts by keeping you in the know. Giving you the breaking news that will shape your business day.
Keeping you connected to the latest business trends.
Following what's happening in all the major markets.
And interviews with movers and shakers from across the region.
Здравствуйте, Алена. У нас здесь урок разговорного английского. Скажите, вы меня слышите? Напечатайте в чате, можете сообщение послать. Это разговорный урок. Первый вопрос. Вы меня слышите? Дайте какой-нибудь знак о том, что вы меня слышите или нет. Это урок разговорной практики. Я специально здесь нахожусь для того, чтобы тренировать с вами разговорную часть экзамена. Любого экзамена, но разговорную часть. Пожалуйста, скажите, вы меня слышите?
Your daughter is just 3 years old. What has she been saying about her daddy?
She says, "Mommy, why doesn't Daddy live with us? Is it because he doesn't love us?" It's painful for me to hear that. She's talking about it because she already understands what's happening. When she saw her father in handcuffs at court, she understood. She used to ask the policeman, "Why do you handcuff my daddy?" Then she'd say, "Look, Daddy, I can release you." I have no more tears to cry. No more tears. How can I describe it? I feel like I have no more strength to cry. I can't cry anymore. I have been crying so much.
Aung San Suu Kyi has the power as head of the civilian government in Myanmar to free your husband and his colleague. What would be your message to her today?
My husband is innocent. My husband absolutely would never harm his country. He felt crushed when he heard the judge say he'd harmed the country. I also feel the same. Miss Aung San Suu Kyi, my husband respects you so highly. He's always proud of you. My husband always defends you when you're criticized. He admires you so much. He sees you like a mother.
Do you have faith that Aung San Suu Kyi will listen to what you're saying and bring your husband home?
I believe she will, 100%. I believe my husband will be freed and that she will be the one who releases him, that she will allow him to return to his family.
We speak without report there. The aphrodisiacs have become increasingly popular among young people in Ghana. The products, which are mostly sold in the open market, are used by young men to boost their sexual performance. Should there be any concern about the possible side effects? BBC's Thomas Nabi has been finding out.
In Ghana, a man's sexual performance is a big part of identity, and there's even a phrase for it, Odobnada, which is hard to translate, but it simply means that you cannot perform in bed. So people come to places like this to buy unregulated aphrodisiacs. But no one knows exactly what's in them or what the side effects might be. So we decided to buy a few and get them tested. So how do you measure it? It's in powdered form, right? This man selling it here tells me it has some interesting consequences. These ones come in capsule form and it's supposed to give you a long journey. This is the final aphrodisiac we are going to test. Chopped up root, you add alcohol, and you are good to go.
The manpower.
Manpower.
The woman is the local.
Really? We thought we had finished, but wait a moment. Okay, so this man is selling this thing up to us, and then he's selling aphrodisiac. He calls it manpower. We're going to test these products, but I'm not the one going to do that. We're going to get some experts to test it for us. This is one of West Africa's leading centers for testing herbal medicine. Scientists here are concerned about the use of the product.
If you have something on the market, non-labeled, you don't know the consequence, and you don't know the dosage that will be used, then it can be very dangerous for people to use.
All four products had unsafe levels of aerobic microbials, as well as yeast and molds. The two powders contain E. coli and staphylococcus. These can cause anything from pneumonia to septicemia. Ghana's Food and Drug Authority say they are cracking down on producers of these products. But as you can see, they are so easy to find. As long as people believe natural aphrodisiacs will have the desired effect, it seems they'll keep buying them, whatever there is. Thomas Nadi, BBC News, Accra.
Now this will interest coffee lovers. The American coffee chain Starbucks has opened its first store in Italy, in a city considered the birthplace of the country's renowned espresso culture. That's Milan. The company hopes to target curious coffee lovers with a lavish roastery, offering freshly ground beans and a premium brew. But some Milanese are sceptical, declaring that Starbucks coffee to be not coffee at all. And there have been complaints over Starbucks prices, which in some cases treble that of a traditional Milanese cafe. To see how it's received there. Much more coming up on BBC World News, including Disrupt.
Sweden is often seen as a model society, but lately some are painting a different picture of a country where crime and immigration are out of control. Our World, a tale of two Swedens on BBC World News.
It's 3 years since hundreds of thousands of people began to arrive on Sweden's shores seeking asylum. The migrant crisis may be over, but it could yet fundamentally affect this country's political landscape. As Swedes head to the polls, join me, Jenny Hill, for election coverage on BBC World News.
Virtual shop assistants are just one way real-world shops are fighting back against the internet, and coming soon, mobile shops that can drive themselves to meet you. Now on BBC World News, could a wave of disruptive ideas redefine the way we shop?
The Disruptors is sponsored by DXC Technology, leading customers on their digital transformation journey.
This is Oxford Street, in the heart of London, one of the most famous shopping destinations in the world. Right now, we're in the middle of a retail revolution, especially with the growth in online shopping. But traditional stores like these are fighting back.
They're looking at a whole range of cutting-edge ideas to attract shoppers back into their stores. How about mobile shops that drive right to your front door, or even virtual shop assistants? Could this new wave of disruptive ideas redefine how we shop in the future? One country trying out a host of new shopping experiences is China. Using digital technology, they want to revolutionize the retail experience, especially using the many different methods of e-payment. These unmanned convenience stores were launched in the summer of 2017. The team demonstrates how the system works. Customers use a mobile app to get into the store. When they've shopped, they pay at a self-service checkout using a mobile e-wallet like Alipay or WeChat.
就是那个进门的时候要注册一下，稍微是比较麻烦一点啊，别的都挺麻烦。
这个可能在商品上面没有那个传统便利店的更齐全，但是这个就是会比较，我觉得比那个更便利。
因为我们现在已经走向这种互联网，移动互联网，然后走向无现金的这种趋势了，所以这个我觉得这种方式是未来的一个发展的一个方向了。
One of the biggest retail giants in China is Alibaba. Recently, they introduced this smart pop-up shop. The Tao Cafe is an experiment using biometric recognition and mobile apps. After scanning a QR code at the entrance to the store, customers are tracked with cameras using facial recognition technology and automated visual sensors. This all cuts down on the need to queue for a cashier and pay for goods automatically when they're leaving the store. And this is all possible through a smartphone app.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Wait, give me.
Yes, sure.
Yes, I'm here.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Very good, excellent. So, Elena, where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
Yeah,
From
and
St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg, okay, very good. What grade do you go to? What form do you go to, whatever you call it? 11th grade?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Very good. What textbook do you have in your English classes?
Spotlight.
Spotlight 11, correct? Spotlight 11, right?
Yes.
Very good. So how many classes of English do you have every week?
Wait.
Excuse me? Huh?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
3 times.
3 times, okay? Yeah, I understand. 3 classes. What is your grade, or what is your mark in English?
5.
5, excellent. Very good, excellent. Okay. So this is a conversational English class. What we do here, we try to get prepared for the speaking part of the exams. Well, the previous class we talked about one of the books, one of the English books, and this is about the description of the personality. And one of the texts is about the identity theft. Have you ever heard what identity theft is? Do you understand that? No?
No.
Okay, I will explain. I understand,
That's all.
yeah, but it is necessary for you to know. Identity theft. Okay, I just type it for you. So, any idea what can it be?
Can you repeat it, please?
I typed it in the chat window. You can see it. I typed it. You can read it. So, identity theft.
I just no idea.
Okay, yeah, I will explain it to you. So, if you just go back to the book and let's see, just hold on. Can you see my book now?
No.
You cannot see my book? Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. You
No,
can? Yeah. So,
yes, I can.
you see, it is called, and I'm very sorry, but we did the beginning of this text. We talked about this text the previous class. So that is why I don't want to repeat it over again. But if you want to, we can do that. So you see, it's generally speaking, what is going on here is that every person has its own personal details, like, the credit card number, your address, your, everything, your personal data, your personal information, correct? Okay, and, sometimes a person who we call a thief can steal your credit card and can steal your personal details, personal data. And, for example, withdraw money from the bank account. Okay? So this is called identity theft. Identity is that you are a unique person, only one in the land. Okay? Identity. You cannot be repeated. It's only yours information. So the person steals your information and uses it. So the question to you is, how have it ever happened? Has it ever happened to you that somebody stole your identity, stole your personality data?
No.
Are you sure? Like, let's say about your VK contact account. Have you ever been broken in your VK account?
No, I will not.
Never hacked? Nobody hacked in your VK account?
No, nobody.
Wow, you are a lucky person. With me, it happened so many times. I don't know why, so that is why I'm talking. And you see, this is the way, this is the most dangerous thing in our days. Okay, now we will read a little bit about that, and I will ask you to read, because you know the first task in your speaking part in your exam is to read. So you have the third column. If you can see it, if you please read the third column, please do.
People. Starts from people.
No, it has been.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. I can find.
It's the third column, and the beginning. It's okay. Line 7C or.
It has been claimed.
Yeah, it has been claimed. Correct.
I found.
Good.
It has been claimed that being dying is a common way for thieves to get information.
Go ahead.
In an extensive survey, the credit speaking agency
Very good.
Examined the content of 400 credit speaking. They found that 1 in 5 of these contained enough sensitive information to commerce identity short.
Right.
So every time people buy or sell goods, individuals are providing information about themselves on paper. The sites, invoices, and bills all contain personal information that is useful to a process.
Okay, that's enough. Yeah, just hold on.
1 in 5 of these contain enough sensitive information to commerce.
Hold on.
It has been claimed that being dying is a common way for thieves to get information.
Go ahead.
In an extensive survey.
Okay, so that's the first mistake, and just keep in mind that when you have this Russian national exam, they will count your every mistake. Okay? You know about that, right? So, survey. Pronounce it, please.
Survey. The credit speaking agency.
And then it's agency. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. And why didn't you tell me about that? This is a conversation. You have to speak. Please do next time. And can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
The content.
It's content.
Of 400 honor,
to commit, to commit.
commit, identity, short,
Identity. Please say it. Identity.
identity,
Mm-hmm.
short. So, every time people buy or sell goods, individuals are providing information about themselves on paper.
Okay, very good. So your reading is very good. Believe me, because I listened to lots and lots of readings, and your reading is really good. But let's talk a little bit about this part of the text. So, what way of stealing identity have you learned? What do the thieves do in order to steal your personal data, your personal information?
It said, wait.
Yeah, sure. So another question is, it's just like, what is a warning to you? What shouldn't you do? If you don't want that your identity or your personal data, your personal information is not stolen, what should you do? Okay, just let's take the first line. Let's talk about the first line. It has been claimed that beam diving. What is beam diving?
Diving, это погружение.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just jumping from a cliff into the water. Jumping. And what is beam? What is beam?
Detail.
Beam. What is that?
Detail.
Well, I'm sorry, but I cannot hear you. If you please move a little closer to the microphone.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Detail. Detail. Oh.
Well, I don't understand what you're saying. I'm so sorry.
Деталь.
Huh?
Как деталь?
No. Beam. Okay. Let me show it to you. Well, I know that it will take a little bit of time. I'm very sorry about that, but just be patient. So if you just go and put beam in here in any so you see this is a beam. Do you understand the word beam? No? Just hold on. I can see on my another computer when you will see the picture, and it takes time. Yeah.
Okay.
So what is a beam? It says in here. If you read here, it says it.
Box for
What? Right now. Right here, huh?
It's a box for
For garbage, for rubbish, absolutely. That's correct. It says here. All right, very good. So, what a thief does, he jumps into the bin, and why would he do that?
Don't know.
Okay, all right. So, but now you understand that a thief will try to find, he's looking for something inside the bin. What is he looking for? And after you read, it says in here, just for example, it says here, receipts, invoices, and bills all contain personal information that is useful to a fraudster. Fraudster is a con man, is the person who will scam you, who will deceive you. So every time when you throw away your receipts, which you bought something in a store, or an invoice you paid for something, or the bill, in every restaurant you will have a bill, or you can pay money for your utilities, let's say for electricity at home, or for gas at home, for natural gas supply at home, you will receive a bill, and then you don't want to have it in your house. You just throw it away into the garbage bin or rubbish bin. And then the thief will jump into it and find it. And after that, he can use your credit card because he's got your personal details. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So, another question is, now you see that it has been claimed that bin diamond is a common way for thieves to get information. In an extensive survey, what is a survey?
Service?
Not exactly.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So you see, English is just learning words, learning vocabulary, and I like learning new vocabulary. So survey. Yeah.
I remember. Abroad.
Yeah, absolutely. That's very correct. Very true. So, the question to you is, your teacher, has she or he ever tried to conduct a survey in your classroom? Any kind of survey?
Yes, he asked.
About what?
About our friends, our family,
Absolutely.
about our pets, and our...
Yeah. Okay, that's excellent.
On my last exam, we had survey, telephone survey.
Absolutely, that's a fantastic job. So, the question to you is, you said that there was a question about pets. Right now, can you tell me how many students in your class have pets?
70%.
70%. Okay, very good. All right. Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. So, and those from 30%, why don't they have no pets?
There's a lot of
Yeah, they have many reasons. They have many.
Yes. There are many reasons.
Very good. What can you think of these reasons? Do you remember some of them?
Parents don't allow to get a pet, or they can have allergy.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with you. 100%. So right now you know what a survey is. So you see, this is the extensive means a big survey. A credit checking agency, the meaning is that the agency which just checks the credits examined the contents of 400 rubbish bins. So they look through these 400 rubbish bins. They found that 1 in 5 of these contained enough sensitive information to commit identity fraud. Every time people buy or sell goods, individuals are providing information about themselves on paper. Receipts, invoices, and bills all contain personal information that is useful to a fraudster. So, what do you think? Next time, will you throw away very easily your receipt or invoice or bill into the rubbish bin?
No.
Okay. So let's read a little bit more, and I think that we'll finish this part. Let's finish just read until the end, just to finish the text, because yeah, it's boring for me to stay with one text for such a long time. I just want to move on. Please do.
But identity don't even need to get their hands dirty. How often do people hand over their credit or debit card info? How many people buy something over the phone or shop online? All it takes is one dishonest employee, and people can say goodbye to their hard-earned cash.
Yeah.
Today, sophisticated. Criminals also use computer software packages to hack into the systems of banks and other organizations to steal lists of their customers' identities, lists which can sometimes run to millions of individuals.
Just finish the last passage.
There is no doubt that we all need to be careful about who we share personal information with and without being suspicious.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Everyone we meet. We should remember that criminals are always looking for an opportunity to make easy money.
Okay, very good. So, you know that in your Russian national exam, you have the task which is called description of the picture. And as you can understand, here the name of the unit is called appearance and identity. So, identity is part of the person's appearance. When you describe somebody's appearance, one of the parts of this description is the person's identity. Okay, good. So, you see, the question to you is, it says here that many times, often, people hand over their credit cards or debit cards in shops to other people. So, have you ever seen, or maybe you did something like that, that you gave your credit card to somebody else? Did it happen to you?
No.
Never. And how about your mom?
My mom has given. No. 15 or 2?
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter, because in American language you will say never gave. In the British language you will say has never given. So both ways are absolutely correct grammar.
Okay.
Yeah.
She has given a credit card to me.
All right. Okay.
And I went to the shop and buy something.
Okay.
With the credit card.
All right. Very good. But you see, it also can be talking about this credit card over the phone or shop online. And you see, only one dishonest employee is a person who works for the shop, for the store. And, you know, then after that you can say goodbye to your money. Cash is your money, right? You understand that?
Almost.
Okay, so today sophisticated, that means that they are very difficult, they are very complicated, very complex. Criminals also use computer software packages to hack, you know the word hack, right? To hack into the systems of banks, and that means that they steal lists, not only one person's identity, but lists of the customer's identity. List which can sometimes be millions of people, okay? So today we need to be very careful about who we share personal information with, and without being suspicious. What is suspicious?
Suspicious.
Do you understand the word suspicious?
I can't remember this word.
Yeah, sorry?
I can't remember this word.
Okay, very good. So we usually say, I cannot think of this word right now. This is the good way to say I can't remember, because
can you repeat it, please?
Yeah, I can't think of this word right now. I can't think of good meaning, of good translation of this word. I can't think of a good translation of this word right now, but that's okay. Yeah, that's all right. So, suspicious is when you think in a bad way of a person, just like you meet your friend and you think that this person can be a criminal. You understand? So that means to be suspicious. Okay?
Okay.
So without being, we cannot be suspicious of everyone we meet. we cannot think bad about every person we meet, right? So, but we should remember that criminals are always looking for an opportunity to make easy money. And believe me, I know lots and lots of cases when it was possible for the person just to look through the garbage bin and to find the personal details. Sometimes it's been used in the movies. We call them the crime movies. Maybe you know the police crime movies. We have lots of them. In Russia, we call them detective stories, right? But in America and in England, we call them crime or police movies. So that means that one lady even found a knife and she killed another person with a knife. And you understand that the prints from the fingers, the fingerprints on this knife were from another woman. You understand?
Oh,
Yeah, so you see, this lady, she just wanted to, we call it set up or to frame or to catch another lady. So she was looking after her and she noticed when this lady threw away into the garbage bin a knife. So this another lady, she put on the gloves. You know gloves, right?
yes.
And then she took this knife from the garbage bin, and on the knife they were the fingerprints of this another lady. And she killed another person, and the police couldn't find because they immediately found the fingerprints. You understand fingerprints? Fingerprints? No? Okay. So you see, do you know how detectives search the criminals? They need.
Oh no, I understand. Fingers, a detective.
Yes, absolutely. So the fingerprints on the knives were from another woman. Now you got it, right? Yeah, so this is called identity theft. This is called identity theft. All right. So, yeah, it's been such a pleasure talking with you. And if you want to, you can join us next class. If you have any questions, any comments, any ideas, what you want to talk about, please tell me, and we will talk about that next class.
Okay, thank you very much.
Any questions, any ideas, any comments?
No. I was glad to talk to you. I like this class. Very informative.
Yeah, right. Very good.
And I like that this class has you talk only in English.
Yes, absolutely. That's my job. This is the only. Yeah, that's the only.
Very good because my school teacher doesn't speak English so often.
Okay.
And she's not hard teacher.
Oh, I understand. So please, you are very welcome anytime when you want to join us. Please, every Friday at 7 p.m. Moscow time, just join us. You are very welcome. And if you want to write a review, here is my webpage. It is called Emphasized English. If you can see it right now, just hold on. It will take some time for you to see my screen. Can you see the webpage in contact? My webpage? Yeah. Can you see it? All right, and if you scroll down a little bit, it says in here reviews about my classes, if you can see. Reviews about, yeah. So if you want to, if you don't want to, it's up to you to decide whether you want to write or not. But if you want to, please write. Okay, so next class, again, we will only talk. That's the only thing which I can do. I don't know what to do, any other things. I can talk and I like to speak. So please come. Okay, if you don't,
thank you.
yeah, if you don't have any questions, so that's it for today. And pleasure knowing you. And please come back.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye for now.
Bye.